Hi Reynas, it's me, Reyna, back at it again with another video. For those of you who are new, welcome to my channel. My name is Reyna. I am a new and upcoming pageant analyst, and I just do a lot of videos about pageantry. And we just got done with Miss Grand, or so I thought, but there's a lot going on still. Of course, it wouldn't be Miss Grand if there wasn't a lot going on, but we're going to go into Miss Universe soon. So if you guys want to join my Reyna family, go ahead and click the subscribe button down below. Feel free to reach out to me on my social media in the description box down below, and go ahead and leave a comment. I do try my best to get a reply to all the comments, but I am feeling a little bit under the weather, so I do apologize if my energy is a little bit low. I'm not feeling too well, and if I haven't got back to your comments from previous videos, it's just because I've been sleeping throughout the day. But I will get back to them, I promise, as soon as possible. So yeah, let's get into what we all know is going on with Miss Grand International, which is the escándalo, the scandal, everything that's going on with Miss Grand Myanmar. Originally, I was not going to give this a lot of attention, and I was not going to make a video about this simply because I didn't want to take away the attention from the top 9, I guess, girls, especially Rachel and CJ and all the other girls who are currently in their press conference era. I really didn't want to take away the attention from their reign and place it onto negativity and drama, but many of you guys have asked me in my DMs, my messages, what my opinion is on Miss Myanmar. So I'm just gonna go ahead and share my opinions and my understanding of everything and just kind of put it out there. So for those of you guys who are like, what is going on with Miss Grand Myanmar? What has been happening? Essentially, right after the competition was over, there was a video that went kind of viral and spread of Miss Grand Myanmar, who was a little distraught and upset, seemingly so, and her team was like carrying her, like she was not walking, she was being carried, and she was crying. And the national director of Miss Grand Myanmar snatched the sash away from her, like off of her body essentially, and took the crown as well. And I'll insert little video clips here so that way you guys can all see it. And so that video went viral. There's another one of the Miss Grand Myanmar national director like pointing at the camera and telling someone like, hey, stop recording. And then there was like a third video of her like walking on the stage afterwards, just looking a little distraught, and some reporters trying to call out her name, and she just kind of was like seemingly lucid or not seeming the best. And then also a video of her going into the hotel after the competition, and she's like barefoot without her heels, which is completely fine because I would take the heels off too, and just not looking the best, seemingly again distraught, not seeming very well, looking a little bit off mentally perhaps, and by that I mean just seeming a little bit upset. So it was a lot. It was a lot, and these videos, they go viral, and people tend to feed into the negativity, and people want to know what's happening and all the drama. There were some statements that came out, we'll get into it, but yeah, so that was pretty much what the premise of all this is. And of course, Nawat being Nawat, he kind of, replied to it, and Miss Grand Myanmar's director and him were kind of going back and forth. And then Miss Grand from Myanmar from last year, which was Miss Grand's first runner-up, 2023, she like was saying that she's going to come out with a video exposing Miss Grand Myanmar national director, and it's just a mess. It's honestly just a lot. First and foremost, I think there is definitely something weird because Miss Grand Myanmar, there's a video of her actually after the competition seemingly smiling at Rachel and saying something that must have been kind, because Rachel seemed to say like thank you or something of that nature. I'm not a lip reader. I don't know what Miss Myanmar said to Rachel, Miss Grand India, or well now Miss Grand International, but it seemed like it was something that was friendly, something that was kind, and it seemed like she was okay. Of course, she was crying. Miss Grand Myanmar was crying a little bit, but I think that's normal, right? It's a long competition. These girls have been in Cambodia/Thailand for the activities, the pre-competition activities, for like a good 2 weeks. The girl's 18, she probably was just very emotional, and naturally you work so hard for a crown. All the girls have the right to feel both, bittersweet about it. So Miss Grand Myanmar was crying a little bit when the top 5 were taking photos. She placed second runner-up, so third place, which is a great accomplishment. And it's okay if she's a little bit upset, probably just because it was so overwhelming and everything is finally done, and it's like probably a feeling of relief at the same time, like a little bit of sadness or whatever. So it seemed like everything was good, and then I don't know what just switched. I don't know if it just hit her a little harder, or I don't know if the national director started to get upset and that maybe overwhelmed her or what was going on. But suddenly there was just like a kind of a switch in Miss Grand Myanmar where she just seemed a little bit more distraught than other contestants we've seen in the past, to the point where it was a little concerning perhaps for viewers who, as viewers, we don't know what's going on, right? But we see this young girl who is not seeming too well, and it's a little concerning because it's like, what is happening? And we've also seen Miss Grand Myanmar kind of have a similar display during the national costume. For those of you guys who remember, Miss Grand Myanmar was seen crying and having a breakdown and needing to kind of almost look like she was having a panic attack, essentially, and she needed a little bit of like calming down. Like she had to be sat down, people had to fan her, hold her, kind of help collect her emotions once again. Oh guys, I'm back on my glasses because I was getting a headache. So my opinion on all of this is that first and foremost, she's 18. And my mom used to tell me something when I was a child growing up, and she always just used to tell me, Vijay, you are who you hang with. So if you hang out with people who are miserable, who are upset, who are always angry, you will soon become that person who is also miserable, upset, and angry. And as an 18-year-old, it's technically an adult, but really barely. I mean, Miss Grand Myanmar being 18 can still compete at like Miss Teen, right? She's still eligible for Miss Teen competitions because that's how young she is. And so I really feel that, your environment at the age of 18 is so important. So I think really when I saw all this happening, I started to question the national director a little bit more than Miss Grand Myanmar herself. Because yes, she is an adult and she is responsible for her own actions and her emotions. But I also do question what her national director is doing, snatching the sash off and snatching the crown off, because truly he's the adult. And as the national director, you are kind of the caretaker of your queen. And that includes, making sure that she's okay. And I don't think that by snatching the crown and having people carry her, snatching the sash off, I don't think you're making the situation better. Let's just say that Miss Grand Myanmar, independent of anyone else, was having a panic attack. She was really having a hard time accepting third place, even though to me that's a great placement. But maybe for her, she had a lot of pressure, like her countrymen and her country folk were really, wanting her to win, and she just really, really took it hard, right? Even if that's the case, as the national director, you're not making it any better when you're snatching things and taking things off and yelling, and you really should just step in and as an adult, talk to this young woman and help her feel better and ask her, hey, what do you need? What's going on? At the end of the day, guys, we can't fault someone if they suffer and deal with anxiety. I will say this, however, if the national director or her team in general, or even Miss Myanmar herself knows that she does struggle with anxiety or she struggles with losing, I don't know that a competition makes sense to enter. In any competition, you run the risk of losing. It's just part of competition. That doesn't mean that you should not believe in yourself and that you should not tell yourself that you're going to win. I think manifestation is a great tool to use, and positive self-talk is important. Self-affirmations are great. I do it myself. And if I was competing, of course, I would say to myself, I'm going to win, I can do this. But also, I would be cognizant of the fact that there is a possibility that you may lose. And if you are not someone who can deal with losing, you should not enter competitions. If losing is going to send you to the edge and to the point of a mental breakdown, it's just not healthy for your body, your mind, your soul. And if it's that difficult for you to digest a loss, then you should really not compete. So I'll say that much. I'll also say that at the age of 18, you are still very immature. I was immature at 18. I mean, I'm 26 and I'm still immature sometimes, right? And I think that you all can agree that at some point in your life, including at the age of 18, you have acted immature or you were immature, right? The difference between our immaturities and our mistakes in life and Miss Myanmar's is that Miss Myanmar unfortunately has cameras that are following her around, right? And she has these group of people, these team members of hers that are kind of like crying too and making this big deal out of third place, second runner up, which was really a good position. Miss Myanmar has came out with a video. I saw a small clip. I'll try to post it here if I can.
Okay, final is like I'm not controlled by anyone. I just take my own decision. I give back my second runner-up crown just because of we don't get what we deserve. Is I mean like our national costume prize, our country power of the year, not the winner crown. I'm not blaming on my sisters. I love India, I love Philippines. They're my best sister of all the time. I don't blame them. I'm just saying our national costume prize and our country power of the year, not the winner crown. I'm not attacking on it.
And I think she did say that she's not mad at Miss Grand Philippines and Miss Grand India, which are the two contestants who placed in front of her. Miss Grand Philippines was the first runner-up, and Miss Grand India ended up being the winner. She said that it has nothing to do with them, and she just feels like that they were deserving of better things. Like she felt like they should have won Country of the Year or Power Country of the Year award or whatever, and that she should have won Best in National Costume. Basically, she felt like she was entitled to these certain awards, and because she did not win them during the finale night, that was unfair, and that's why she was upset. Yeah. So that is the gist of everything. To be honest, at the end of the day, who knows really what's going on? I think I saw some video about I do think Miss Grand Myanmar's national director got stripped of his national director title. I think there was a recent video that came out of him crying, and there was a translation. Guys, I don't speak Burmese. I don't know if the translation is correct. If someone speaks Burmese and they're watching this, you guys can let me know if the translation is correct. I'll put it here on the screen. But it's
အရန်ဝဒနာပါလွန်းလွန်းကိုကျွန်တော်စူးစမ်းပြီးတော့ကျွန်တော်ဖတ်နေတယ်ကျွန်တော်တိထောက်ပြီးတော့ကျွန်တော်နိုင်ငံကျွန်တော်ဖြစ်စေစေလို့ကျွန်တော်နိုင်ငံကိုကျွန်တော်ဖြစ်စေခြင်းလို့ကျွန်တော်ဒီအောင်စူးစမ်းပြီးလုပ်နေတာအရာလို့နောက်တစ်ခုကပွဲထဲမှာကျွန်တော်ဒေါသထွက်သွားတယ်ဟုတ်ပါတယ်ကျွန်တော်ဒေါသထွက်ပြီးတော့ခါကျွန်တော်ကလေးကိုပြန်ခေါ်လိုက်တယ်ဆိုအားလုံးအဲ့ဒီအတွက်လည်းကျွန်တော်အားလုံးကိုစောင်းမှန်ပါတယ်
essentially I think that he was saying, hey, I'm calmed down now, like can I be the national director again? I think that's what he was saying. And I think he also said that it was unfair. The placements were unfair or whatever. I know some fans are upset because they felt that Miss Grand Myanmar should have at least been first runner-up. I don't agree. I think the placements were very correct. If you guys watch my live reaction video, I actually predicted Miss Grand Myanmar to be second runner-up. And I said that Philippines would be first runner-up and that India would be the winner. What I have to say about this, everyone, is we have to just not feed into it, right? Making this video, I am just kind of recapping what happened, and I'm sharing a little bit of my opinions, but I really don't want to say much more than this. I'm not going to say anything more than this, to be honest. Really, let's go ahead and shift our focus onto Rachel and the Miss Grand, who's the winner now, Miss Grand International, and the court, the Miss Grand International court. Let's give our attention to those ladies. I believe that Miss Grand Myanmar is no longer part of the court, so she's been stripped of her second runner-up title. Someone can correct me in the comments down below if I'm incorrect, but that's my understanding. So there's no longer like a top 10, right? There's a top 9, I guess, now, unless they bring someone else down to make it a top 10. So for now, let's focus on the top 9 rather, ladies. And let's give them our attention, our love, our support. Let's look forward to Miss Universe. I think Miss Earth and Miss International are coming up as well. I don't really follow those pageants too much, so that's what I heard. Let's give our attention to those things. Let's shift our attention to the positive things. And let's not attack Miss Myanmar or the national director or anyone ourselves. That's not our job in life, right? We need to lead by example. The top 9 queens, would not feed into it, so let's do the same. Let's follow the lead of our queens, right? We have really great examples up in the top 9. I mean, Rachel Gupta, who's Miss Grand International, has led so well, and she leads by such great example and such kindness and sweetness. So I think us as fans and audience members should also lead by her example, right? Or follow her example. Same with CJ Opiaza. In fact, I want to insert some words that CJ Opiaza said herself.
In a world filled with trauma and uncertainties, there is another world that we live in. It is within. How we see ourselves is a reflection of how we perceive our surroundings. The moment we feed our hearts with hatred, envy, and anger, we create a monster. a human who doesn't fear pain and suffering nor empathy. If only we don't allow greed beat in our hearts, we wouldn't be able to give birth to violence. Now is the time to mend what is broken, win our inner struggles, act ethically and with respect, and raise above all the atrocities. Together, let us feel the missing pieces of our individuality, and let us all repair the broken pieces of this world. Kapun.
If I did not include CJ's speech in this video, it's because I got copyright striked, okay? But basically, I was just referencing CJ Opiaza's top 10 speech where she was talking about how, you know, hatred stems in the heart, and that hatred in the heart makes a person become ugly and monstrous and do bad things. So let us not, you know, fill our hearts with hatred. Let us fill our hearts with love and support. Let's also make sure that we do not generalize people. I see some comments saying that Burmese fans are bad, Burmese fans are mean. Let's not generalize Burmese people. My best childhood friend since middle school, she's half Burmese and she is a wonderful human being, okay? So let's not generalize it. Every tree has bad apples, okay? But bad apples don't make the tree itself bad, correct? You just pick the bad apples off the tree and you let the tree flourish. We would hate if every time that one of our country folk did something wrong, other people in the world started to generalize all of us as that bad apple, right? You know, like I am half Indian. If I did something wrong or I did something bad, I would hate that to be representation of all Indians, or people to start thinking that all Indians are like that, because, you know, we can't generalize. And I have seen equally a number of really positive, kind, and loving comments coming from the Burmese people supporting Miss Grand International, Rachel Gupta, and Miss Grand International first runner-up CJ. Comments, and let us not feed into the negativity. We have a really wonderful group of ladies at the core of Miss Grand International 2024, and I really want to focus on them. I am going to do a recap video about like a little recap of the show in general, and then a recap specifically about Rachel Gupta, Miss Grand International 2024, and CJ Opiaza, Miss Grand International first runner-up, because I'm just so proud of those two ladies. I have so much love for both of them. And yeah, so I'm going to end the clip with a little video and highlight some of the positive comments that I saw from Burmese fans and audience members, and just to show like some unity and to highlight some positivity, because I have been seeing some generalizations towards Burmese people. And, you know, again, let's just be kind and not generalize others. So yeah, guys, I don't really have much to say other than that. I don't know if any of this video even, you know, maybe you guys were expecting a little bit more or a hot take or for better coverage. I just don't care for the drama that much and the negativity. So I just want to keep it positive here. Second runner-up is a really great title. And yeah. Alrighty, guys. If you guys want to see more of my videos, go ahead and click on my channel name, and there's more videos over there. Also, go ahead and subscribe if you don't mind. If you want to join the Reyna family, like this video if you don't mind as well. Comment down below your thoughts. Comment down below your country flag so I can say hello from wherever you are. And go ahead and if you would like to follow me on Instagram and shoot me a message, I usually respond. My Instagram is linked down in the description box below. And thank you guys so much. We're almost at 600 subscribers. Oh my God. I've barely been making videos for I haven't even made videos for a month and a half. I made them a year ago and I stopped. And I just came back about a month ago or so. And I can't believe that we went from 54 subscribers literally a month ago to already over 500. You guys are incredible. So the Reyna family is growing, and I'm so grateful. So for those of you guys who joined my Reyna family, thank you so much. Gracias, muchas gracias. Shukriya, tanwad, dhanyavad. Maraming salamat po. arigato gozaimasu. Yeah, sheshe, and bye guys.
ਚੰਗਾ ਕਰੋ ਤਾਂ ਵੀ ਲੋਕ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰਨਗੇ, ਬੁਰਾ ਕਰੋਗੇ ਤਦ ਵੀ ਲੋਕ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਹੀ ਕਰਨਗੇ। ਇਸ ਲਈ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰਨ ਦਿਓ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪਰਵਾਹ ਨਾ ਕਰੋ। ਆਪਣੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੇ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੀਓ। ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਥੋੜੀ ਰਹਿ ਗਈ ਹੈ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਭ ਨੂੰ ਚੰਗੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗ ਸਕਦੇ। ਸੋ ਇਹ ਕਦੇ ਸੋਚਿਆ ਹੀ ਨਾ ਕਰੋ ਕਿ ਮੇਰੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਕੋਈ ਕੀ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰੇਗਾ ਜਾਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਕੋਈ ਕੀ ਸੋਚੇਗਾ। ਜਿੰਨੇ ਜੋ ਸੋਚਣਾ ਉਹਨੇ ਸੋਚਣਾ ਹੀ ਹੈ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਵਧੀਆ ਕੰਮ ਕਰ ਲਓ ਇੱਥੇ, ਤਾਂ ਵੀ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੇ ਪਿੱਠ ਦੇ ਮਗਰ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਹੀ ਕਰਨੀਆਂ। ਸੋ ਸਿਰਫ ਇਹ ਸੋਚਿਆ ਕਰੋ ਕਿ ਮੇਰੇ ਕੰਮ ਰੱਬ ਨੂੰ ਚੰਗੇ ਲੱਗਣੇ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ। ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸੱਚ ਦੇ ਰਾਹ ਤੇ ਚੱਲ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ, ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਿਸੇ ਦੀ ਮਨਜ਼ੂਰੀ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੀ, ਸਿਰਫ ਉਸ ਮਾਲਕ ਦੀ ਮਨਜ਼ੂਰੀ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਹੈ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਕਿਹੜੇ ਹਾਲਾਤਾਂ 'ਚ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਜੀ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ ਇਹ ਸਿਰਫ ਉਹ ਹੀ ਜਾਣਦਾ।